Okay, we're back and ready to resume our murder mystery on the Marine Express. I say ready to resume, but this might be a bit dicey because my voice is still recovering from being sick over the weekend, so it's on the front end it seems mostly okay. On the back end though, I can still feel the strain, so it might start to break at some point in time, but I'll do my best to get through this. As we proceed with something shocking. What was that? What time is it? Astrid. Asterisk. Astrid. Asteroid. Ranko. Gosh, you scared me. Why are you yelling this early in the morning? I decided to come to the restroom so I didn't wake you up, and, goodness, such difference from the toilet queen herself, but this is how. Stop, listen to me! It's Irene! She's on the floor! What? Oh shit! Holy! I'm so scared. Irene. I think she's still breathing, but she's lost a lot of blood. She's probably been here all night. We have to find the teachers and medical assistants right now. Hurry! Yes! We were completely wrong on this. This escalated quickly. They already put so much attention on Mr. Sheppard's death that we didn't consider he might not be the only target. Or maybe. Yes, it's worse than I thought. Irene was a convenient scapegoat. If someone had anything against Irene, they would have assaulted her first. This could be either a case of, the rather obvious suspicions against Irene, or a relationship with Mr. Sheppard. And now Mr. Sheppard's death leading to the class acting out against her. Either that or the actual culprit, now that they've achieved their ends of using Irene as a scapegoat in this matter, are just going to try and eliminate her and wrap the whole matter up nice and neat in a bow. But her being attacked now means she wasn't the main target. They might not have a target at all. There's a serial killer on this train, and we are trapped in here with them. Come on, pull yourself together already. They said we were just in time. Stop crying so hard. I know, but poor Irene. Yeah, she didn't deserve that. Look, maybe things have calmed down at the sick room now. Why don't we go take a look? I don't want to disturb her. Oh. They say a freshman was assaulted. That's horrible, isn't it? It's Baker, Sheppard's lapdog. Wait, wasn't she supposed to be the one that killed him? I guess she wasn't. I'm so scared. What if this wasn't the last time? Maybe we should move in groups to stay safe. Don't worry, if anyone is attacking the passengers, I'll defend you with my mighty martial arts strikes. I know you're a martial artist. Not really, but I've seen every Cynthia Rothrock film there is. I'll have her every move burned in my mind. Come on, Jija Yannin would wipe the floor with her. Have you ever seen Yes, Madam? She smashes like a dozen swordsmen in that one. Just like Yannin in her films, but she's more stylish. How dare you? Girls, no fighting. 2 words. Yukari Oshima. Okay, yeah. You see, I knew you would understand. Aw. I like Jackie Chan. Shush! You're not getting the point of this conversation. The point of this conversation is hot girl summer kicking ass. Come on, don't put up a fight now. Whoa. Hello, are you friends with this girl here? Yes, how is she? Has she regained consciousness yet? Actually, I'm afraid she's in critical condition. The blow on her head was bad enough, but she also lost a lot of blood from her wound. Such a small frame, her body has become extremely weak. She's still in a coma, there's no sign she's getting better. You mean she could... She's on the brink of death. A few more minutes and it would have been too late. However, the next 24 hours will be vital. We don't have proper equipment here to deal with a case like this, but she might make it if she is treated properly at a hospital once we arrive on land. If she can't endure it until then, I'm so sorry. Oh no. Never expected her condition to be so serious. I was shocked. I should have kept a better eye on her. Maybe I could have done something to help her. Darn. You can see her if you want. There's another friend watching over her inside. Maybe Lena is here? I didn't see her at breakfast. Maybe she came here instead. Who's that? Erica? Togawa. Larson. Oh, well, this is certainly unexpected. What are you doing here? Oh. Huh? I didn't want this to happen. Irene didn't deserve this. Thought you loathed her. What's with the whining now? I was jealous. I always looked up to her. She's a good student, and pretty, and kind. Everyone loves her. I'm so grateful to get to speak with her every now and then, but then she started spending more time with Mr. Sheppard recently. Oh, so it's not jealous of her relationship with Mr. Sheppard. Jealous of Mr. Sheppard's time spent with her. Then I became over-reliant on her attention. I wanted her to look at me, to notice me, but she just kept distancing herself more each day. I know when Irene could get hurt like this, I'd never... Never what? You would never have said those things about her. You would never have treated her like rubbish. You admired Irene so much, why did you speak so badly about her behind her back? I was jealous. I thought spreading those rumors about her and Teach would make her stop spending time with him, and then everything would be all right again, but it wasn't like that. Now Teach is dead, and Irene... That was awful of you, Erica. If you wanted to be her friend, all you had to do was ask. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I believed you were a wild card level jerk, but I see now you're not that bad a person. If it is of any of comfort, know that this thing with Irene is not related to her rumored relationship with Teach. What do you mean? In the case that someone was jealous of Irene, then the logical thing to do would be to attack her first, not Mr. Sheppard. Actually, I'm pretty sure nobody in love with him would dare to do him any harm, no matter how betrayed they felt. The fact that Irene was attacked second must be an unfortunate coincidence. I think it's possible that someone is trying to cause harm without any care who the victim is at all. Maybe someone assaulted her for revenge, thinking she was the one who killed Teach. I wouldn't dismiss that idea after the scene at the restroom yesterday. Everybody was looking at her with so much rage in their eyes. That would mean that we have two murderers on this train, and that feels hard to believe. Pretty sure Irene didn't do anything bad. I want to believe in her. Which would mean this is all the work of a single person. We are all in danger of being the next target. Oh my. I don't care who the culprit is. Irene didn't deserve this, and they have to pay. My thoughts exactly. That's why we are investigating the matter. If there's anything I can help with, then please say so. We have to catch that bastard ASAP. Thanks. I think you should keep taking care of Irene for now. She's in very bad shape. Someone should stay with her. Alright, I can do that. We'll keep asking around. We'll get in touch if we find anything worthwhile. Bye. Guys. I'm really sorry. I forget everything I did. Please catch the jerk who did this to Irene. Don't worry. We've got this well in hand, which is worth 2 in the bush. That's great, right? Erica wasn't that bad in the end. Yeah, but it doesn't mend all the damage she did to Irene with her bad-mouthing. I'm open to forgiving her, knowing that she understands that what she did was wrong. The problem now is my darn big mouth. I promised her that we'd catch the culprit, but I wasn't even able to prevent this second attack. Time to hurry up if I want to keep my word. Can't let that scumbag keep doing whatever they want. What's the plan, then? I think the most sensible thing now would be to visit the restroom where you found Irene. I was a little shaken at the time, and couldn't pay attention to any clues there might have been. I don't know if I want to go in there again. You have no choice. Remember, we're doing this for Irene. Okay. To the crime scene, asterisk. Hold it. Hey! This corridor is guarded by the Crimson Moon. Nobody crosses it on my watch. It's you, Haifa? You startled us. We didn't notice you at all. To live in the shadows is the duty of the kunoichi. We noticed my presence beforehand. Would mean my training is lacking in effort. Do you actually need to train at all? Well, of course. What I train in most is throwing shurikens. Watch how I throw. They are deadly. They are made of cardboard so as to not hurt, though. Woohoo! They may be harmless, but I'm certainly dead. Wow, you're so skillful! Please, don't encourage her. I was just being honest. I really can't understand your ridiculous interest in ninjas. We don't have these kinds of wonderful heroes in the Arab countries. Hanzo Hattori, Sasuke Sarutobi, Sanpei Shirato. That one is a manga artist! Ninja were such marvelous folk. You Japanese are lucky to have heroes as captivating as them. Well, there are also some noticeable big names in Arab fiction. Arabian Nights, there's Sinbad, Aladdin, Alibaba. Actually, none of those characters appear in the original compilation. They were added some time later in the translations for the West. The very first version of this book is said to come from Persia in the 10th century and only contained 200 stories, some of which suggest that the actual origin of the anthology is India. Amazing, you know a lot! Well, I like to read. Well, that's clear. Anyway, none of those heroes are akin to the mysterious appeal of the ninjas. I don't know. The Onobugeisha would definitely be better and more positive models at least. But ninjas are for kids. Are you sure you don't want to know more about Tomoe Gozen? She was quite the warrior. And real. No. Ninjas were real too. That's why I want you to be my Mushid. No, Ranko, please, please, don't stop. Tell us more about Tomoe Gozen. She's awesome. Excuse me. Mushid is Arabic for teacher. We must be friends. You can teach me lots of things about Japan when we get there. Well, I'm all for cultural exchange, but those high hopes will surely end in disappointment. So you accept my request to be my guide? Whatever it takes to end this nonsense. I want to be your friend too. Of course. Glad to make your acquaintance. Tell me, are there ninjas in Sweden too? No, we don't have any ninja there, but we have Bloomin'. Oh no. Here we go again. Ah, Bloomin'. I like them too. I watched the anime when I was a kid. The subs or dubs? Important question, Haifa. The subs or dubs? Remember the episode where Leaf wants to play ninjas with Bloomin' and the others? Of course. Petal Storm on Mount Bloomin'. That one is on my list of best episodes. I know, everybody's a Bloomin' fan. Maybe they are the key to world peace. Bloomin' saved the world. By the way, may I ask what brings you two here? We're investigating who assaulted our friend Irene. I think it was the same person who killed Mr. Sheppard. Mr. Sheppard? There's no point in knowing what happened to a man like him. You reap what you sow, that's all. Well, whoa. Wait. Back up. That's a hell of a statement. What do you mean by that? Are you saying that he did something bad? Ninja's most powerful weapon is not their skills, but information. One learns many things when listening with the shadows. What things? What are you talking about? It's not a pleasant subject, but as my Mushid, I will tell you. Mr. Sheppard is famed for being nice and courteous with his students. He's a model teacher. But I once heard talk that he molested one of the girls from the academy. Oh, God. Men who treat women like that are absolutely despicable. Like molested? You mean like in sexual harassment? That's what I was inferring, yes. Holy mackerel, that's huge! Do you know who they were talking about? No, I'm afraid I did not catch her name. Drat, so would have been a bombshell. This info is already priceless. Thanks for sharing it with us. You're welcome. Hey! Why don't you come with us, Haifa? Sure, your mystical ninja arts would help us find out lots more useful information. Sorry, while I'm a fan of mystery, there are other things I must tend to. I'm more interested in the peculiar noises from this train car, actually. They are quite intriguing. Which noises? The ones coming from the farthest room, specifically. The cabin should be unoccupied, for all I know. But I hear noises coming from inside sometimes. It's truly perplexing. Maybe they're coming from another room? That's out of the question. My ears are acutely trained. I can hear my phone notification sound from up to 100 feet away. Nobody should be that far away from their phone these days. Though there is actually some merit in checking it out. Perhaps it's a room with machinery, or perhaps... Yes? Perhaps there's one more person traveling with us. That's a thought. I suppose that would be odd, as the opening journey was booked by Saint Joachim. Huh. Astrid, I think we should talk with the staff. Huh? There's some things we need to clear up. There's an extra passenger who remains unseen and roams freely. That they are prime suspect material. We may be getting closer to the truth. Interesting. Hey, isn't that... Mr. Brown is in front of the restroom. Is he guarding the door so nobody gets in? Golly, aren't you Togawa and Larson? You guys are lifesavers. Can you both stay here and guard the door for a little bit? Miss Marvel asked me to shoo away anyone trying to get in. Not to talk with the operator about the measures to prevent any more incidents. Ah, handy. I never got around to asking about this, but what sparked your passion for ninjas? I was a big fan of the legend of Surimi Rasenmaki when I was a kid. Anime is really big in Saudi Arabia. Lots of kids grow up fascinated by Japanese animation. As I grew up, I watched more and more series, but the world of ninjas and Surimi's adventures are still my favorites. Wow. Never would have guessed that the Middle East would surrender to the blessings of anime. Yep, those stories have immense popularity in the Arab world. I'm sad there's still so few official manga and anime releases. They're a window to very interesting worlds. Mushid, are you familiar with Zahra Lari? She's a skater from the Emirates. I've never been a fan of sports myself, but Juri, on skates, managed to pique my interest in figure skating. Ah. I'm a Zara fan. As a fellow otaku, I respect Yevgenia Medvedeva a lot too. Power of anime can break through any barrier. Say, who's your favorite character from Surimi? Never watched it, sorry. How's it even possible? You're Japanese! Rebuild your life at once. Why aren't we the one rebuilding it? Oh god. That awkward moment. That awkward moment. Anyways, time to be an irresponsible teacher. Don't worry, we'll be glad to help. Thanks a bunch. This was supposed to be a nice, relaxing trip, but, well, you see how things are. I just can't understand what's going on with these awful occurrences. In normal circumstances, we would stop the train and send you all home immediately. It's impossible now that we're under the ocean. It seems that the trip's greatest charm has become its biggest flaw. We're halfway there now, so our best option is to keep going and pray that there are no more disasters from here on. Sorry to ask you this, I'll be back in a jiffy. Meanwhile, tell the others to use the restroom in the next car. Rest assured, we'll discourage anyone from coming near. Thanks a lot. Figures. He's quite the scatterbrain, but there's no doubt that Mr. Brown is a good person. I feel bad for him having to go through all this madness. He's really nice. I'm glad that he's our homeroom teacher. And he gave us such a golden opportunity. Now we have the perfect pretext to poke around without interruptions. Huh? We promised we would guard this door. Who's going to come to a restroom where a girl almost got killed? Don't worry, nobody comes here. We have to inspect the scene. Maybe the killer left some clues behind. Okay. Come, asteroid. Irene's blood still stains the floor. It's not a pleasant view, but the thing putting me on edge. This thing about what happened here, and the fact that this blood could have been any of ours. Astrid's, even mine. See anything? Doesn't look like there's anything apart from the obvious. The problem here is that the place is open to everyone. Even if the culprit left any trace that might point to them, we can't be sure whether it came from them or from any of the people who came in here. What are we looking for then? I don't know. To be honest, what I was most interested in was taking a look and getting some vibes from it. What is Irene doing here? Why'd they assault her in the first place? Did she manage to get a look at her aggressor? I have lots of questions, but there's nothing to answer them. I need to understand how the attack came about and how it relates to the murder of Mr. Sheppard. If you want to find who the one at fault is. I don't want any more people to get hurt. I know, that's why I have to smarten up and find something. But what you said before makes me think. What about? The killer assaulted Irene. What'd they assault her with? They killed Teacher with a knife, and so did they have some other weapon? I don't think there's anything here they could have used to club her in the head with. Well, what? You're not saying anything? Well, sorry, it's just that, it's a really smart question to be asking right now. You've been saying stupid stuff for so long that I forgot you have an actual working brain in your head. Wow! Hey! Sorry again, I didn't mean to sound like I thought you had no brain at all. Even though you totally did sound like that. That was very harsh. It just meant that you were never using it, and that's why you're an absolute simpleton. That isn't better at all! Okay, let's focus. Got an interesting point tonight. If the Goblin had a weapon with them, Irene would have seen it and run away. If she didn't, that means it was hidden from view. Did the killer take it with them? After bashing her, did they dispose of it like they did with the knife? Most importantly, why are they using different weapons? Had they kept the knife, they could have used it again with the next victim. There's no need for a second weapon. Maybe they couldn't keep it for some reason. The questions just don't stop piling up on this one. Let's give it some good thought. Perhaps we may find it if we look in the other trash cans. Not a bad idea. Let's go out. I don't think we'll find anything else in here. Meanwhile, someone is coming. I'm so sorry, but the train isn't prepared for these kinds of incidents. We didn't expect something like this to happen on our first trip. Then we have to find a solution to it, prevent it from happening again. We have an urgent meeting in due course where we will discuss these events. We will inform you of our decision. Girls, thank you for your help. You can go now. Don't mention it. We're sorry there's nothing more we can do. Such fine young ladies. You're lucky to have such well-behaved students. Certainly, I wish they were all like these two. Tee-hee! If you'll excuse me, I'm going to make some preparations now. We should get going too. No, wait. This is a good chance to clear something up. Excuse me. You're the train operator, right? That's correct. William Milk, driver for 30 years. This is my first submarine train, though. No expected to drive a train under the water, I must say. But if you're the operator, shouldn't you be driving the train? Who is driving it now? We're in danger! There's no need to worry. On this section of the road, the train travels using automated commands. There's nothing to fear. That is what I wanted to ask you about, actually. I read in the brochure that the train uses very advanced technology in order to function properly. But what about security? Are there any cameras or any devices to keep record of the passengers' activities? I'm afraid not. Theme of protecting the privacy of our travelers. It was decided that a monitoring system was not necessary. This is a luxury trip not anyone can afford. We never expected to find ourselves in this kind of predicament on one of our trips. Understandable. They were not prepared. We have well-defined protocols in the case of an accident or breakdown. It was certainly an error not taking the threat of human life into account. I mean, do we know how murder mystery a setting like this is? I'm deeply regretful that we couldn't prevent this tragedy. Then there was nothing at all. No access monitoring, no door blocking between cars. Why'd my brain read that sentence as spiky mangoes? That still says Spiky, though. Spiky manages the staff and is more knowledgeable about the specifics of the train. He may know some things I may not. He'd be a better person to ask. Spiky? Spike Johnson. I'm sure you saw him serving food in the dining car. He makes sure everything works properly. He knows about the train details and might be able to answer your questions better than I can. I see. Thanks for your time. I won't hold you. I don't want to hold you up any longer. It would be my pleasure to help if you need anything else. It's a pity there's no monitoring system. That would have been a huge help. I guess they would have cracked this case yesterday if it was that easy. Well, let's talk with Spiky. I hope he has some interesting information for us. So we have the mystery room, which might be occupied by an unintended guest. We have the threat that Mr. Sheppard was up to some untoward activities with his students. AKA sexually assaulted one of his students, which is, oh god. Which is, if that's the case, then let me stab him again a few times. Oh no, my hand, it's slipping. I'm stabbing him repeatedly. Let me be perfectly clear. Anyone who does something that reprehensible in using that position of power they have over young kids, any degree, that is unforgivable. Only death and suffering for you. Look, it's Lena. Oh god, Lena. Are you okay? Hi, girls. Sorry for missing breakfast. Don't worry, we understand. Did you go see Irene? Yes. I was with her for a bit after they called me, but there's nothing I could do there. Came here to rest a little bit. What happened? Do you know why Irene left the room? No, we talked for some time at night, then went to sleep. I didn't even notice her slip out. It must have been very late at night. I was fast asleep. I came to the door this morning, and that's when I realized she wasn't there. They then told me what happened. When we found Irene, there was no clues as to why she was there. It's been something really important for her to leave in the middle of the night. Any idea what it could have been? No, I'm lost in this too. We were together the whole time after what happened yesterday, and I didn't notice anything strange. First a surprise killing, and now this. The mysteries are piling up fast. I don't understand. Why do people I love have to suffer like this? First my sister, and now... Lena. This has to be a hard pill to swallow. She's still dealing with her family issues, and now she may lose her best friend. It's not fair at all. Don't worry, everything will be okay. Oh, no, it's not true. It's never okay. Looks like the clouds clear up, but it always ends up raining hard anyway. What I hate the most is that I can't do anything to help. I swear we'll find the ones who attacked Irene. When we do, they'll pay for it. I hope so. But if they pay or not, the damage is already done. Nobody can change that. What good is justice when it's already too late? Sorry about that. These few days have just been a little too much for me. The key thing now to do is to find out the truth and learn about what happened here. Tiny was Irene, but we don't know if there will be more victims to come. We have to make sure there won't be any more assaults. Please, I don't want any more people getting hurt. That's our goal, so that is why we are investigating. We have to find out who the culprit is before they strike again. Rest a little and take care of Irene, alright? Yeah. Time to ask some questions. Hello, Mr. Johnson. Oh, phone break. Are we there yet? Creeps me out being on the same train knowing someone's assaulting people. We're halfway there. Wow! Living on a prayer. Take my hand. We'll make it, I swear. Wow! Living on a prayer. I should not be doing that while nursing my voice, but I could not help myself. According to the sat-nav, we are on the same meridian as the famed hill of... God, what? speaking of things I should not be doing while I'm nursing my voice, it's reading this. Taumata Wakatanja Tanjahanga Kwao Tama Tea Turipuka Puka Pika Maunga Oronu Kupo Kaiwa Kaiwen Kai Anata Ta I think your keyboard is busted. No, it's a real name. It's the longest place name in the world. It's in New Zealand. That is indeed a hill in New Zealand. That is real. That is real. I'm terrified. Let's take a trip from Flancab and Bang, and we could go. Oh god damn it! There it is. Oh god damn it! It's a real name. It's the longest place name in the world. It's in New Zealand. What the heck? That's some of your Welsh nonsense. Hey, are you from Wales? Yes, my grandparents lived in Anglesey. Near Lanfar Wingen Gogan Willy Winson's go. Okay, that had to be your keyboard. Real village. It's not really. That's not one of the large communities next to the bridge that connects to the island. It's not really. So one of the large communities next to the bridge that connects to the island of the UK is called. How in the world can that be true? Are there any normal names left? Every country has some unusual name. There's no reason to ridicule them. Oh, go. Okay, now you're just taking the piss. Right, it's absolutely normal to live in Sparvan gas up for things, personal backland nads, smack that forever. That's a key smash. I made that one up. I made up that one just to be clear. That's funny. In Swedish, that word means something belonging to the manager of the depot for the supply of uniforms to the personnel of the track leaders union of the tramway company. Oh, please God! If that is an actual word, I will die. Part of that's a word. Might be a combination of words, but God, somebody please stop this sketch. I want to get off. Asteroid, stop this crazy thing. Oh, Mr. Johnson. Good day to you. May I offer you a drink? No thank you. Mr. Milk said that you had intimate knowledge of the train. Do you have a moment? But of course, what do you need? We'd like to confirm some things. As far as we know, there are no surveillance cameras for keeping an eye on the passengers. Is there any kind of tracking service to know where they have been? Maybe an entry and exit log. There's open access to all the spaces in the train. As you are aware, rooms are locked with keys. Don't have a log like cab using a card, which should say chip or magnetic strip. What are the locations throughout the train? Is there any chance a stowaway could be hidden in some nook? No, it's impossible. The train only has one entrance. We can be sure about the number of people traveling aboard the train. Also, though there are a number of spaces other than cabins, all of them have specific functions and there is always someone passing through. There's no way a person could remain undiscovered for the entirety of the trip. There's no doubt our culprit is on the passenger list. May I ask why the curiosity in such a thing? Well, we're trying to find out who hurt our friend and killed Mr. Sheppard. That is quite the admirable task. Also quite the difficult one, though. Don't you think it would be better to leave this matter to the police? The girl in the cigarette was a close friend. This is personal to us. Wow, it's unusual to see Astrid so resolved and determined. She's always whining, but she's taking this seriously. I see. In that case, I'd be wishing for your success. Is it just my voice acting up, or what? Or why is your voice coming out sounding like Mr. Burns? Say, are you acquainted with the work of Conan Doyle? You're talking about the adventures of Sherlock Holmes, right? You mean the adventures of Sherlock Holmes? Indeed. One of the most well-known quotes of the famous detective is, "When you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth." And he is right. Mysteries aren't solved by looking for the most probable answer, but by dismissing the ones which are clearly impossible. And it doesn't matter if the remaining solution is easy to believe or not, as it is the only feasible answer. You should remember that if you want your investigation to come to fruition. That's a good advice. We'll keep that in mind. Wonderful. Now if you'll pardon me, I must continue with my chores. Time to make some drinks and change lives, you know. Ah, ha, 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 ha. I see what you did there. I see what you're cooking. Just one more thing. See, there's no way anyone could get into the train unnoticed. Rumor has it that there's an extra passenger traveling with us. Oh, you know about that. So there is an unknown passenger after all. I don't know who the person is. They were a last-minute reservation. They've stayed cooped up inside their room and asked not to be disturbed. I see. If I'm not mistaken, Will had a meeting scheduled with this passenger, and they should be in the control room at this very moment. If you're fast, maybe you can make it in time to have a word with them. Great. We can't let this chance pass us by. We have to hurry. Let's go. Thanks for everything, Mr. Johnson. My pleasure. Onwards, asterisk. Who is this mysterious, strange passenger? Wait, Ranko, please! Hurry up, we don't have much time. When are we going to talk with this mysterious person? Why are we running so fast? I'm going to the control room. Huh? Going to slip into their cabin. If there are any clues to be found, they're in there. What? We can't do that. Miss Marble will scold us again. They'll have to be in and out before they catch us. You're always getting us into such trouble. Look, we're here. Cross your fingers. Sweet, it's open. Get in before somebody sees us. Let's take a look. What are you looking for exactly? Finding the weapon they used to hurt Irene would be ideal, but I don't think we'll get that lucky. I'm going to search the closet. Maybe there'll be some stained clothes or something interesting. You look in there. Papers and briefcase. Hey, there's some blueprints in here. They're for the train. Blueprints. I think maybe they used them to plan the best spots to attack. There's some spaces marked in here. They're really detailed. This information could be dangerous in the wrong hands. Maybe they're planning to hide a bomb. I don't think so. They look more like the locations of the fire extinguishers. I haven't found any traces of explosives here. Also, they themselves wouldn't be able to escape the explosion. But who knows, maybe they're planning one last suicidal massacre. I'm scared, I don't want to... Shh. Few steps in the corridor, someone is coming. You have to hide fast. Where? Get in the closet. Darn, getting caught here without any good reason would be bad enough. If this person actually is the killer we're looking for, then things won't look good for us. What now? I don't know, let's wait a little, maybe they'll go out again. Think of something, fast. As far as we know, this person spent most of the trip so far cooped up in their room. Can't hide here all day long. We have to find some way to get out without being noticed. But how? Ranko. Let me think. We have to find a distraction and... No, What's wrong? I have to pee. This is one of your toilet queen jokes. It's seriously not funny. No, I'm serious. Happens when I get anxious. I'm going to explode. Astrid Larson, I swear I'm going to strangle you if you ever get out of this. All the places in the universe and all the moments in history. And this time, in this place, localized entirely in this closet we have no right to be in. We have to feel the call of nature right here, right now. Can't hold it anymore. Oh god. Wait, it seems like you're not the only one with incontinence. Just went into the bathroom. Now's our chance. Run before they get out. Thank god. Thought if we have to wait here... Ah! Anyways, if we wait to see what happens here... Is anybody taking part in the photo contest? I am, without much success, though. Fish is the theme, but they actually don't show up as much as I'd like. It's not that the train moves that fast, but they swim away as soon as they see us through the window. We're not that dreadful, are we? I managed to take a nice shot just a moment ago. No way! That fish is just like you. Huh? That's not true. I don't have fish face. Not a fish face. That fish face. If you quit the wild cats, you can start a group of wild fish. Pshaw, stop this nonsense. The radiant beauty of Empress Wu Zetian. Wu Zetian was an old fart when she climbed to power. Cease your foolery. You're just embarrassing yourself. What's this? Oh, Asian Starlet is Mo's sister. Holy shit. Oh, get out of the bed. Oh no. I'll kill you, I swear I'm gonna kill you. I'm sorry, your phone made a sound too. What was it? Oh my god. Mel said a pic of a funny fish in the group chat. Oh my god, the in-universe. Oh my god, that actually became relevant to the plot. It's amazing. These darn wildcats have ways to make me hate them. Even when they're not here. I hope they didn't notice the sound. We have to get out. This is worse than before. We can see what's going on now. This is certainly not a good place to flee from if we need to get out unnoticed. We have to think. Maybe if I can make something drop on the floor. It won't give us the time to escape. We wait a little to see if they leave, but I don't think Astrid is can hold up much longer. Is she getting pale? Astrid? I can't. Oh no. You have to endure it. You can't. I'm gonna burst! Ah! 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 Grace? Alright, you two are going to start by explaining to me who you are and what the heck you are doing intruding into others' rooms. Maybe you should be the one introducing yourself and explaining why you are traveling incognito and hiding like a rat. What? Shameless brat. Has nobody taught you manners in that school for snobs? How dare you talk back when you are the one who stuck in here without consent? You should be ashamed. She's got a point. Please, madam, don't get mad. My name is Astrid, this is my friend Ranko. We're sorry for coming in without permission. I know it was wrong, I didn't want to disturb. Huh. Looks like at least one of you is well bred. But I'm no intruder. My name is Grace Queen, and I'm the engineer who designed this Oh. The engineer? Here to make sure everything is working as expected. We did several tests before this first trip, but since this is the official opening tour, I want to make sure that nothing goes wrong. So why are you hiding in here? There are 60 teenagers running amok out there, laughing and yelling endlessly. There's no way I can work with all that racket. However, it seems like even in my own room I can't enjoy the peace I was hoping for. I can't argue with that. So, you're going to tell me what you are doing here, or do I have to call your teachers? Well, do you know about the murder that took place yesterday? How could I not? That's exactly what I was discussing with Milk, about what measures to take. You have to review all the protocols after the incident. Not fun. Maybe my company was a little too optimistic thinking that nobody would go that far on a trip like this. I that I can blame them, though. You would expect that at least the first trip would end with all the passengers alive. Yeah, I suppose so. It's hard enough having to deal with you brats, and now it turns out you go around killing people. I swear I don't know what's with the younger generation these days. Wait. You didn't come here to kill me too, right? Of course not. If you try something, I'm going to scream. As I said, we are not here for that. It's the other way around, in fact. We wanted to make sure you weren't the killer. Me? A killer? Well, she learned that there was a mysterious pastor traveling with us. We decided to come looking for any clues in case they're the murderer. The blueprints on your desk, we couldn't help but think that they were being used to find the best spots to assault the victim. Such nonsense! These blueprints are obviously for checking the mechanics of the train and identifying the places where there might be some malfunction. They have nothing to do with any misdeeds, they're for my work. I must say, I've become a little more involved in this project than I usually would. Not only did I design the train, I took care of the activity scheduling for the trip too. You have no idea how much I struggled to get a private concert from the Mollusk Sisters. That bracket list was your idea? Oh no. Amazing! Those decorative crafts look like fun too. They would have been, but you ruined everything with your ridiculous killing rampage. If you're finished poking around, I'd like you to get out and tell your friends to refrain from disturbing me like you did. Don't worry, we won't do it again. Sorry again for our intrusion. Girls nowadays. Damn Gen Zers. Well, it looks like that extra passenger suspect idea was a flop. Let's see what's going on here. Hello, Clarice. Hey. No, I didn't say anything yet. You're gonna brainwash me into doing some sport, right? Come on, I was gonna ask something different this time. Okay, tell me. I think that maybe it's time to try something else if I couldn't manage to overcome my rut with tennis. So since we are going to Japan, I wonder if there's any way to learn at some karate dojo. I don't have the build to be a Lydia Valentine, but I still can be a Sandra Sanchez. I'm sure you can find a good dojo to learn karate back home. If you want to learn a martial art with a Japanese flavor, maybe you can try judo or kendo. You can even have a shot at something more traditional like a naginata. I don't know. Aren't those things kind of unwelcoming to foreigners? Don't be so sure. While it's true that Japan isn't very open with their traditions, I think foreign talent is more and more valued nowadays. Even a game as Japanese as shogi, Karolina Stitzinska, managed to become the first non-Japanese professional recognized by the JSA. Japanese Shogi Association? Sweet! So will you join one with me? I said no! Honestly. Admire your earnestness, but no. So what's the plan now? Problem here is that I can't for the life of me see the big picture. This morning I was all in on the fact that somebody was just randomly killing people. And how the idea of revenge on Mr. Sheppard seems much more appealing. Then why was Irene assaulted? The more I think about it, the less I understand. What I am sure about is that we have to accept the evidence. No one on this train knew us before getting aboard. Nor did they have any special interest in us. So if we acknowledge that fact, then it's clear that the killer is someone from St. Joachim. Goodness, that's sad. Not only is there a lot of us, but we don't even have the slightest idea about where to start. It's getting much more complicated than expected. No kidding. Perhaps we should change our approach and think about something that we may have overlooked. Look who it is. Oh no. People are saying you spent the day playing sleuth. Maybe we can find you some crayons if you want, something more on your level. Seriously, you are a blackout and lightning strike away from the top of the list of most pathetic villains. At least we weren't wasting our time on nonsense. Came for the exfoliating algae treatment, and now we are fab. You, alas. Nonsense? We're trying to find out who assaulted Mr. Sheppard and Irene. Is that nonsense to you? Teacher's death is really sad, but that jerk friend of yours totally deserved it. What? You heard me. That ass kisser got what was coming to her. Was with the goody two-shoes act, but she was actually a skunk. I still think she was the one who murdered Mr. S. Probably hit herself just to get out of having to confess that good-for-nothing. Yeah. Alright, that's it. I'm no fan of violence, and I'm going to shut your trap with my fist if you don't stop your banter right now. Ah, was that a threat? I never had any doubt that you were just a bunch of brutes. Hey, listen. Knows that you're always so coordinated, but there's one of you who's always out of sync when something is talking about Mr. Sheppard. That's funny, right? Astrid, I'm impressed. That's an amazing observation. Where'd that come from? It's just that the argument is getting a little heated, so I wanted to change the topic to lighten the mood. For the love of... But she's right. Your timing's off. Oh, you're right. Huh? Yeah, sure, Katya. Wait a minute. This is odd. We were told that Sheppard was harassing some girl from the Academy. Could it be? Uh-oh. It's you, isn't it? Well, who told you? What are you talking about? Put him on a high horse, but he heard that he had molested a student recently. You're making that up. Think so? Well, guess again. It's absolutely true, and after walking in circles for so long, I finally found the girl involved. A student who fit the profile for the vengeful murder we're looking for. Whoa. What do you say, Katya? That's not true! I didn't kill anyone! But try not denying what happened with Mr. Sheppard. Come on, don't pay attention to her. She's trying to confuse us with Bull. No, what she's saying is true. What? I knew it. What happened? Not the first person he molested. Good God. This is getting dark It's got dark in a hurry. When he got tired of the previous girl, he started making advances on me. And he followed me everywhere. Didn't mind at the beginning, but then he became bolder, scarier. At the end, I tried to avoid him, but he always found a way to be alone with me. Why didn't you report his behavior? If he was playing dirty, the school board would have taken care of him. He threatened me so I'd stay quiet. Said he would make my life a living hell. That he had a lot of power and would spread awful rumors that would destroy my life. I was so afraid, that's why. What'd you do? I led him to an easier prey. Oh? You mean Irene, right? Yes, when he began following her, he lost all interest in me. I know it was wrong, but I was so relieved. I can't believe this. You sold her out, and yet you still mocked her. And everybody pointed their fingers at her. You, better than anyone, knew what she was dealing with, but you abandoned her without looking back. I'm sure you were legitimately feeling awful about that. Just falling in with the peer pressure attitudes of the Wildcats group. I'm sorry. Now you wanted to get revenge on him and silence her so she couldn't talk. No, I swear I didn't do anything. You have no idea about what happened. Hey, stop picking on our friend. Your friend? Maybe she isn't much of a friend if you had no idea about any of this. Katya went through a very painful experience. All you cared about was being fabulous and laughing at others to feel superior. You're not fabulous, you are hideous. Kat, why didn't you tell us? I didn't want to be pushed away. I didn't want to be like one of those freaks we were always making fun of. Now you see what you pushed her into, and not only her. Irene is struggling for her life right now, because she got roped into this mess with Mr. Sheppard. Wish you spent your time caring for others instead of tearing them apart. That would have been great. Oh. Let's go, Astrid. I don't need to keep talking with these scoundrels. Yeah. Weren't you a little hard on them? Katya was a victim of Mr. Sheppard, too. She had a bad nerve. I know, that's something nobody deserves, for sure. They're going to have to understand that their behavior created a chain of events that led to this mess. I supported Katya at the time, then Mr. Sheppard would have preyed on Irene. Wouldn't have preyed on Irene. None of them would have ended up as they have. Maybe presenting it this way is going a little far, but failing to follow through on the duty to help can lead to some terrible consequences. Can't blame it all on them. Sometimes fear makes us unable to act as we should. Katya was just trying to keep herself safe. Teach the true villain for doing those things. Yes, you were quite right. Anyway, now we have a promising motive for this murder, finally. Sheppard worked in the academy for 2 years, and Katya said that there's another girl before her. We should follow that lead and see where it takes us. What's next, then? We should ask Haifa again. Maybe she knows more about this matter. She's the one who gave us this lead previously. That's gotta account for something. Oh. Oh, hi, Maddie. Check the phone first and foremost. When I walk through the train, I feel like there's some shadow watching me. It's making my hair stand on end. In the little car? Yes, that's the one. There's some cardboard stars on the floor, too. Uh-oh, Haifa. Maybe they're from some activity. Haha, don't stress under it. You are the vigilant watch of the Crimson Moon. Here we go with this nonsense again. It's not nonsense in the slightest. I'm trained to be like my favorite kunoichi, Chiyome Mochizuki. Isn't she a singer? Absolutely not. Chiyome Mochizuki was one of the most faithful warriors of the feudal lord Takeda Shingen. She created a wide network of ninja operatives made up of disadvantaged women who were victims of war and poverty. They were not only proficient in the mystical arts, but also learned all sorts of skills. They passed off as shrine maidens, dancers, and servants in order to gather intel. Oh, that's really interesting. But you should at least pick up all those stars you threw around. That's unnecessary. They are biodegradable. I don't think they're gonna get gray on the carpet. Actually, just a little ago, we were told off those very same stars. The staff asked us to refrain from littering so that we don't bother the rest of the passengers. How rude. They call them litter. I did not expect that from her, but alas. We'll end off here for now. This certainly took a turn. This sure did take a turn. At the very least, we've solved the mystery of the mysterious extra passenger, and we've solved the mystery as what was Sheppard's deal. Sheppard's deal is that he's a creeper. Creeper and a pedo. Assaulting his female students. Targeting, grooming, assaulting. Just genuinely awful shit. Goddamn. Deserving victim. Very much deserving. We have a lead on who else might have been responsible. Still have no clue why they would have gone after Irene if that's the case, but don't know. Perhaps we'll see next time. Until then, the mystery continues.